What's up, you guys? So actually one person commented on one of my videos and asked me to talk about why I want to get my real estate license, and I appreciate you sending that. I appreciate you saying that, man. Yeah, so let's get into it. Oh man, where to begin? My first $100,000, you guys. I made my first $100,000 in 2021. Let's just say that the 2021 that I was living, you guys, was absolutely fantastic. COVID sucked, but 2020 into 2021 was the best time of my life. I feel like, you know, for a long time. At least like the money was coming in. I was able to take out girl I love for like everywhere, every weekend. Felt like I could do anything, you guys. Like I could buy anything. It just felt so damn good. And of course I thought about the sustainability of this, you know, and I was paying attention to the interest rates and things like that. I realized that this company did not even mind, didn't even care about all the money that I was bringing in. And to me, that just made me realize it's like there's a point where you can get to in wealth that several thousands of dollars you don't even notice. A couple thousand, 10, 20, 30, 50, you know what I mean? There's a point where you have so much money that a couple $1,000s missing isn't even an issue. And it was with loans, right? It was with loans. Because of that, I was blown away. Lost the job, and I had a little bit of cash left over. The severance package they gave me was absolutely fucking terrible, you know, and they treated me like a fucking like machine foundation worker. I had to continue to bring people in. I had to continuously get those credit rates, credit pools. I gotta, you know what I mean? I had metrics to hit, and it was hard. But I was also involved with wholesaling. I wonder if I should make this video when I'm way more sober. Probably. I got introduced to wholesale and all of the different and creative financing is what they call it on YouTube and in the real estate sphere. And I love listening to those podcasts because these guys talk about things that when I first heard it 3-4 years ago, like I did not know what the hell they're talking about. And every time I tune in now, it's like I'm hearing a new story because the words and the lingo that they use I'm familiar with now, and it's speaking a code. These guys, like when you listen to this real estate shit, right? These people are talking in codes, and you're able, once you start learning about, you know, comps, once you start learning about, you know, the loan to value, LTV, once you start learning about fucking agency law, the contract law, the difference between a contract for deed and a lien or whatever, you know, it tells a different story whenever you're watching or listening to whatever you're listening to. Long story short, you guys, the reason why I want my real estate license is because Texas is a non-disclosure state, meaning that the information that you would have got off of PropStream or would have got off of, like, you know, some other kind of RIA, whatever, what's it that Jerry Norton started, Flipster, some shit like that. It's all private information in Texas. And even if PropStream says that they have that data, honestly, I don't have anybody in my family or immediate circle that is into real estate. And so not only does getting my real estate license give me access to the MLS that PropStream doesn't have access to supposedly anymore, it also gives me like a community. It also gives me an excuse to, you know, I'm professional, I'm accredited. So when I start talking to these dealers, to these people, I'm not just some random guy wholesaling. I'm someone that's actually accredited. And I plan on getting I plan on joining the realtors, the National Association of Realtors. That's my next plan. Once I get my real estate license, I'm gonna join the National Association of Realtors. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna be like my Willy Wonka golden ticket. It's gonna be my golden ticket to step into places and talk to people, rub hands, rub shoulders with people, and I'll be able to, you know, even make money if I decide if I want to do some agency type of deals. But mainly it's to give me the access to the MLS so that I can actually start doing creative financing deals, you guys. And I'll have a reason, I'll have something to say. Imagine me bumping into you at a social networking event. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is Trey. I'm actually a realtor in these parts. Here's my business card. My license number is on the business card. Doesn't that just sound weighty, girthy? What Lotto said, big dick energy. Yeah, you see my license number on my business card. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm a real estate agent. Or I have my real estate agent license. I don't actually, you know what I mean? You can tell all those extra details later, but yeah, I got my real estate license. I'm an agent out here, actually. I'm a real estate agent out here. That's just different, you know what I mean? It hits different. It makes you, so I get that benefit when I get my real estate license. But the bulk of it is just having access to the data, you guys. The reason that real estate is such a good thing to get into, that I'm saving up my money for, is because you got to think like this. The money that you want, you're going to get it. But you know what sucks? Is having lots of money and then losing it and never seeing it again. You need to know where to put that money when you get it. You need to know what to do with that money when you get it. And real estate is that way. And once again, you guys, this is just my personal opinion. This is the reason why I want to get a real estate license and why I'm getting it. It makes sense for me in my life. The reason why it makes sense for me in my life is because this is something that isn't just, you know, people talk about generational wealth, this is here and that. This is genuinely generational wealth. And I'm going to rely on me and my wits and my thoughts and my strategy and my planning over anyone else's, for real. Other people can give me advice, but I'm still trying to be in possession of these properties because I want this to be a truly generational thing, you know. And you have to create a generational thing by taking times to learn the fucking process. You see all the mafia movies? Hey, Polly, come over here. Just watch how we talk to these goons right here. You want to learn a little business from your Uncle Polly here, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta watch the OGs, you gotta watch everyone, you gotta learn the game before you actually start playing it. We're not taught how to play the long game where your name actually has like some fucking weight. Imagine people, a whole family of you guys all got the same last name. Even if you don't got the same last name, y'all are proud to be a family. Your reunions are mandatory. No matter what you're doing, your job, fuck your whatever you got going on. Family meetings are mandatory because your family is so much more greater than what's going on out there, you guys. Imagine a community like that. That's what I want. That's what I think of. And it's like, I gotta be in the mindset to fucking create it if I have to, in order to be around like-minded people. That's the part right there too. You got to, this real estate license is to attract like-minded people, in addition to being able to legally, you know, practice in real estate in Texas. You know, what better place to do it than Texas? The newer generation, people are gonna get older. Everyone is focused on the wrong shit. They're focused on so many different shit nowadays. People are putting less, like, if you don't have a family that's in real estate, nobody's focused on fucking real estate, man. Nobody's focused on real estate. This is the perfect fucking opportunity to get in it and start building up your network and establish it so that when the next boom does come, you're with the motherfuckers eating big. This is the perfect fucking time. So this is when I hear people talk about this shit like, oh, the market's crashing, don't buy a house now. I'm like, this is the perfect time to get into real estate. You know why? Because it's gonna take you 2 to 4 fucking years before you get into real estate. What the fuck? What does getting into real estate mean? What the fuck does that mean? You're not putting no money up. You're not actively investing $20,000 on a fix and flip. You don't have $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 assignment fee checks getting sent to your motherfucking bank account, to your door. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But once you start actually receiving those things, that's how you know you're in it. you're fucking in it. And then once you're in it, you keep getting the bigger and bigger plays, the bigger stacking up your fucking bread, and then you start to evolve. You turn to another person, right? And then when you start making big money, you know what to do with it. You've taught yourself how to fish. Actively taught yourself how to fish. With the real estate license, taking the time to educate yourself on the course. Because here's the deal. It's not even just about real estate being the end-all be-all. Just imagine you practicing it for 5 years and the types of people you meet. People that lead you in other directions. It's just that once you get that money, you're more than likely going to run into someone that's going to be able to help your dreams actually come true. And then you're going to go on that journey of accomplishing your dreams, living a happy life, and now you got all this fucking money. What do you do with it? Well, now you have the education of how you can use that money. Real estate requires a lot of fucking money. To do some of the good stuff, the great fucking deals, you guys, it requires a good deal of money. And once you get a certain amount of money in real estate, your money works for yourself. It works for your fucking self. And so all that time that you spent rubbing shoulders with move nigga, move nigga, move nigga, like rubbing shoulders with all these other people that are in this area with you, you would have established some rapport with these people. They're just gonna send you deals at that point. This is how I'm thinking, you guys. This is the way I think. And so I'm glad I don't get that many views. The reason why is because I have plans that I don't want it to go like big, you know what I mean? Of course I want to be a lot bigger than where I'm at, but I want it when it comes. I want it when it comes, and I want it the right way. I want to know that I've rightfully deserved it, that I'm able to genuinely lead people in the right direction. You know what I mean? I'm getting those questions. I just got promoted at one of my jobs. I love it. Thank you guys, seriously. Somebody just asked me, he's like, how did you know, can you give me some pointers on the interview? I know in his mind, he's like, how did he get it and not me? What? And I'm not like, and so him reaching out, I'll give it to him for that. I'll give him to it for that, for real. You know, I'll give him some advice. And I'm gonna tell you real quick why I told what I'm about to tell him. It's about your mindset. What's your long-term thought process on this? Do you only want to get promoted because, you know, you're gonna go on a power trip? You think you're better than everybody? You're only gonna get promoted once you realize it's everyone else before you. What that means is that in your position, you need to watch how you're talking to people. You need to make sure that you're having them in mind. You need to know, be self-aware enough to know that these people are looking at you as an expert. And since you are looked at as an expert, you need to play the position of being an expert. That's not someone that's a dictator, not an oppressive person that's saying, oh, you're wrong, get better, do better. No, it's someone that's being able to be compassionate, someone that knows how to actually find the answer, the right answer, and communicate it in a good way. Come on, Andrew Carnegie hired the first person to make $1 million a year. The guy that he hired said, he was like, I don't know that much. There's people that I know that know so much more about steel and whatever shit, you know. I'll just pay them like $100,000, $200,000, and those people handle those problems. I handle people. My specialty is people. That's how you move up. That's really how you move up. Kevin Samuels was right. I truly give it up to him, and that's why, like, Kevin Samuels is an amazing man. Like, was an amazing man. He was like, he's an unsung hero. It's crazy how so much hatred that still some people have. I'm not saying that everyone should support Kevin Samuels, but damn, he did so much for the community by bringing up and uplifting and talking about certain things that only an old person really like him could say. That's what matters. That's what we don't have. He said it himself. He's like, we don't have the elders that they have in Africa, that they still to this day still have. They have the elders that have the knowledge that people revere to them and like look at them as like source wells of information and wise words. Kevin brought it with finesse. He brought it in an era that actually discards the old. We in this country, we discard the old. He cleaned up his look. He dyed his hair. He got haircuts every day. You know what I mean? Like he did his thing. And so it's like, you gotta move with the times. You gotta be open to the shit, you guys. I know that what like I said about real estate isn't the best. I don't know if it was what you expected or what you wanted, but that's the genuine real way that I see it. I know I may not come off as the most educated guy ever. I may not come off as the most eloquent for like whatever, but you're gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. If you aim at getting better and being self-aware enough to receive the information and continuously, you know, focus on being better and learning how you can improve, taking the criticism and not being reflective and defensive about it. That's what's wrong with so many people. That's why I have so many that's why I have so many unpopular opinions. It's because I come into a situation receiving information in a different lens, in a different light than other people do, you know what I mean? And so that's where I come up with this shit, you know what I mean? It's like, you know. So anyways, man, I went all over the place with this, man. I hope that kind of helped you. If you have any other questions in terms of like, you know, real estate, I'll probably make another video on it or whatever, but definitely feel free to ask me or just comment down below, you guys. I really don't want these types of videos to go big and go viral because, like, I want it first. You know what I mean? I want it first. One of my other mantras that I believe in is, why complain about somebody else having power and influence, right? Why continue to complain about it, right? Don't complain about it. The reason why I say why and don't is because if the saying that you can be anything you want to be in this world is true, if you want it, go get it. If you believe in that, and you also have thoughts saying like, why is this person in power? Why is this? Then I say to you, go get it. Why don't you go get it? Why not let power be in the hands that can handle power the best? You need to go take it. If that's what they did, if you feel like they don't deserve their power, the position, if you saw them go into the place, you saw their strategies and how they moved up, why don't you actually, like, you know, my bad, why don't you go take it for yourself? Go take it for yourself, man. I think that's how I genuinely believe in it. And so, you know, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Even if I'm not the most graceful, whatever, I'm gonna put myself in a position to do great. It's your brother Trey, man. I'll see you guys later, alright?